This video I'm going to show how batteries connected in series and parallel work using 8 12-volt batteries rated at 8 amp hours and also two 24-volt batteries connected together. I will be wiring two groups of four 12-volt batteries together in series and then wire those two groups of four together in parallel, which is referred to as a 4S2P configuration. So the first thing I want to show is how I use my voltmeter. Since these are 12-volt batteries, I want to select the 20V option since my voltage is above 2 volts and below 20 volts. Now I will take my black test lead and touch the end to the negative terminal and the red test lead to the positive terminal of one battery, and I get a reading of 13.15. And when I swap the two test leads around, my voltmeter will show a negative reading of the same voltage. So next I will test the second battery to make sure it's good before connecting the black or negative terminal on the first battery to the red or positive terminal on the second battery to wire them together in series. And now when I test the two batteries together, my voltmeter will show a reading of 1, which means I'm over the voltage I have it set for, so I need to move the setting to the next 200V option. Then when I test the two batteries again, my voltmeter shows a reading of 26.7 volts, which is the voltage of both batteries added together. And here I will connect the black terminal on the second battery to the red terminal on the third battery, so I will have three batteries connected in series, which when tested together, I get a 40.1 volt reading. Next, I will connect the negative terminal on the third battery to the positive terminal on the fourth battery, which will give me a 53.7 volt reading and allow this series of batteries to work with 48 volt systems. Next, I'm going to test the other four batteries and wire them up in series as well, but I want to explain how amp hours work when wired in series while I do that. Again, each of these 12 volt batteries are rated for 8 amp hours, and when wired in series, that 8 amp hour rating will stay the same. In a series circuit, the same current or amperage must flow through every component in the chain throughout the group of batteries, so it helps to think of it as a single water pipe with pumps being the batteries, the voltage being the water pressure, and the amount of water being the amperage. Even if you add more pumps to increase the water pressure, the amount of water flowing through the pipe at any given moment is still limited by the capacity of a single pump. So if you want to double the amount of water coming out, you would need to add a whole other pipe system, which is what I'm doing by wiring up another group of 12-volt batteries to the left. And when I parallel connect these two groups of four batteries wired together in series, I am doubling the 8 amp hour rating, so it would be rated at 16 amp hours connected in parallel. Now to actually connect these two groups or battery banks together in parallel, I need to wire the black negative terminals together and then the red positive terminals together as well. So again, I will test the wires for both battery banks and I will get a reading of around 52.5 volts for both groups of batteries wired together in series. Then from here, all I need to do is connect the two positive terminals from both groups together and the two negative terminals together, and I will have a 4S2P battery bank configuration. This configuration gives me the 52.5 volts, which is considered a 48 volt system, but now I have a 16 amp hour rating instead of the 8 amp hour rating. And the last thing that I want to show before I disconnect all of this to use the batteries for their intended purpose is what happens when you touch the positive and negative terminals together. This is what is known as a short circuit, when the current flows through the circuit without a load in between, and you should be very careful to prevent this from happening. Also, if you were to grab the exposed wire from the positive terminal with one hand and the exposed wire from the negative terminal with your other hand, you would complete the circuit and electrocute yourself. So next I'm going to wire a couple of 24 volt batteries together in series to show I can make another 48 volt battery bank using only two batteries. When I test each battery, I get around 25 volts each, so I should be getting those two readings added together after I connect the positive terminal on one battery to the negative terminal on the other. And that is what my voltmeter shows, so I now have two 24 volt batteries wired together in series to make a 48 volt battery bank. Hopefully this video has helped, and feel free to ask any questions that you still may have in the comments. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe for more quick and on-point videos.